And if you happen to have all the ingredients for the body butter recipe that I have, then you've got all the ingredients you need to make a lip balm. All you need to do is get some beeswax pastels, kind of just look like little, I can't even think of the word, milk drops, you know, like little chocolate things. But yeah, so because to make that, all you need, because I kind of like the Burt's Bees type lip balm, and I go through so much of it. And even though lip balm isn't expensive, it's still £1 or £2 for a little stick, and you end up losing it, and it's all a bit. So I just make it in bulk, and then I keep it in the fridge. And so to make it, all you need is, I mean, normally it makes much more than you think it's gonna make. So I would just do like 1 tablespoon of everything. So 1 tablespoon of the beeswax pastels, 1 of the shea butter, and 1 of the coconut oil, and then that's enough. You don't need anything else. And then just put it in the bain-marie. Because I make it in bulk and I want millions of them that I just keep in the fridge, I just do 2 of everything, and then so you just do 2 of those 3 things, melt it up in a bain-marie, like just put it on the jug, let it all dissolve, doesn't take too long. Once it's off and it's cooled down like a smidgen, you can chuck in some flavouring if you want. And then, because I think I've tried, if you put in essences, it gives your lip balm a really strong smell of something, let's say peppermint, but obviously no flavour. So you can just put in actual flavouring. Like this time I put in, I just got some peppermint flavouring, and then just chuck in like 10 drops or whatever of that. But again, it's kind of down to taste, so you kind of just need to make it once to see how you like it, and then next time adjust the recipe. Because I think, because I also happen to have some mango butter, when I made it this time, I did 2 of everything. So 2 beeswax, 2 shea butter, 2 coconut oil, and 2 mango butter, and then I did about 10 or 15 drops of the peppermint flavouring. And then because I've got that like template thing, you can just buy those empty lip seal holders. God, what were they even called? I remember I struggled when I was trying to look on Amazon to find what they're called. I think they're just called empty lip balms. I think that's what I searched for. But annoyingly, they don't always all fit that template exactly. So I remember when I first got the template, the ones that came with it fit in like really snugly, and you can hold it up and all that, and they wouldn't fall out. But with this one, the little ones I got must be like a millimetre too small. So I had to like put them all in upside down. I put a tray on it and then flipped it over, so at least then they would all stay. Because if I lifted that green template thing up, they all just fell off. So anyway, put them all in the template. Then just pour the empty sort of wax on top. You got the wee scraper, and then you can just scrape it in there. Leave it to dry completely before you put the lids on, and then I just store them in the fridge, and then just kind of pull them out whenever I want to. But again, you can adjust it however you want. So you can just, I also got some, I tried some beetroot powder, and I put a wee smidgen of beetroot powder in it, and then that just gave it a kind of a red tinge. So it was just kind of made it slightly red. I think I only did it once though, because I wasn't really into it. And you can get these little tubs, but I didn't like it. And this one, it's just, because I did the Burt's Bees recipe, these tubs aren't great for that, because it's such a hard wax that if you're going to do a tub like this, you definitely need something more squidgier, so you'd have to put in kind of potentially not as much beeswax maybe, I'm not too sure, but I didn't like it. But I did make it the red ones in the stick before, but again, I only got it really for an experiment. But again, that's it, you just have to mess around with it. So if you want to see if you can get like make a tinted lip balm, get some beetroot powder, chuck it in, do whatever you want, adjust the recipe. But this one is just the one I prefer, because I like a Burt's Bees type waxier one rather than a squidgy one. And I also don't tend to put in too much flavouring in mine, because I don't like a lip balm that causes the damage you're trying to avoid. So like if you put on a really tasty lip balm, you're kind of, without thinking, licking it all the time, and then what you're doing is just licking your lips all the time, drying them out, and then actually making them worse. So then you need more lip balm, and you're just caught in a vicious cycle. So I put in a smidgen, just so a smidgen of flavouring, so it's got a bit of a smell, so it doesn't smell sort of waxy or whatever. But then I don't put in an awful lot because I don't like it. But you might want that, so you can always chuck it in. But yep, so if you've got all the ingredients for the body butter, it means you already have everything you need for the lip balm. You just need to buy some wax, lip beeswax, which is very cheap, and then also some empty lip balm containers, which are again very cheap. And as well, you don't need that stupid template thing I've got. You can, with a steady hand, just, although make sure you don't burn your hands with hot wax, is just, you know, pour it from the jug, because make sure that when you do the bain marie, try to do it in the jug and not in an actual glass container, because otherwise you're going to have a bit of a nightmare trying to pour it. So at least if you do it in the jug, job's a good one. So yeah, you don't necessarily need that template, it just makes your life easier, and because I do it in bulk, and it's just looked a bit fun, so that's so I got it ages ago. And yep, so give it a go. It's really easy and super cheap, and you're already just reusing all the ingredients you've got anyway, so just putting them to more use. You just need to get some of the empty capsule things and some beeswax, and then job's a good one.